Hello YouTube, I'm back at you with yet another video. In today's video I would like to talk about the 703 and not only that, but the map positioning and logical thinking in this game, how you can use it to your advantage, which will eventually allow you to win more games, deal more damage, and have better performance in the game overall. The 703 is a tier 8 Russian premium heavy tank that packs 390 alpha damage on his 122mm caliber gun. It has 221mm penetration, as you can see here, and 1150 meters shell velocity a second. The heat shells, 270 penetration. You'll make tier 10 scream with this kind of penetration, even tier 9s. And 820 shell velocity. It's not great, but it's heat, so what did you expect? So on this map, I like to come on this place. Like at the start of the game, on this balcony, I can shoot crossing heavy tanks, as you are seeing right there. The Lao we tried to cross and we put 428 damage on his side. And fun fact, I'm actually only using vertical stabilizer and optics on this tank. I don't have vents, I'm using only two equipments, because on my NA account it's like I have only like 600 games on that account. It's not only free to play, but it's like I barely use it, so I don't have a lot of credits. With that being said, my crew is kind of has no skills. Well, it doesn't have, not kind of, it doesn't have any skills. It's a zero skill crew. I'm using the Sixth Sense directive, and as you can see, food at the bottom there, to try and maximize the view range and know obviously when I'm getting spotted. So I kept sitting there to try and maybe see the renegade will probably cross as well, but as you can see on the west of the map, the renegade did get spotted, which does mean time to move, right? And what else, what kind of other informations we have is that we lost the field. We lost the bloody field. What does that mean? The enemies might try to push and spot our campers here, or TDs, try to push the field. So I decided to come here, so if they try to push here, I can manage to put some shots, because I realized my team is pushing here. So if the enemies try to push the field, we can sit in a place to counter them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. On this spot right here, I came here because I realized there is ELC even 90 that's trying to spot the campers here, right? So maybe I can give him some support fire if he spots anything. And as I come here, I'm trying to look for some shots. Maybe I can go with some blind shots. You never know, you might hit anyone. And I would like to talk about how you can manage your DPM on this thing. And as you could see, I only noticed this after watching the actual replay. What you don't want to do with this thing, which is like, it's an auto reloader. What does that mean? It loads two shots like individually. What does that mean also is that when you're about to reload, as you can see here, 3 seconds left for me to reload my first shot, what do? 1 second left and I fired another shot, and look what happens. I'm now reloading 2 shots. You don't want to do this with this thing. You want to reload a shot fully, then fire. Or if you're gonna fire, one after the other, you gotta like fire them consecutively, right? So you don't want to lose any DPM. So yeah, after this game, you kind of see what kind of mistakes you did, and you realize, you start to learn how you can actually manage to play this thing. With this game, this was my 3rd game, so it's like there are many things that I wasn't used to, like shell velocity and the tank overall, right? Plus, I'm not the greatest heavy tank player, so keep that in mind. And look how many tanks were down right there. About what, 7 or 8 tanks just died like dominoes, right? One after the other. And at this point I was confused. Should I go in front? Should I fall back? Because like everything happened so fast, and I was Like, I didn't know what to do at this point. But I get spotted, and I'm here. When you're spotted, you don't want to be in the open, right? You don't want to be to like cross any gaps or anything, and that's why I'm just sitting here and I'm confused. Am I still spotted? Am I not still spotted? Where am I getting spotted? Usually it's probably ELC even sitting in the open field somewhere. Type 59 gets spotted after he crossed this tunnel and or ditch or however you want to call it, and I'm trying to shoot him, but as you can see, I'm only the third game, still not used to the shell velocity, and not only that, but like 150 ping. Oh my gosh, I'm not used to playing with this kind of ping. On the EU server I get 70, 80, which is like, it's not ideal, but let's just say it's not 150. The Type 59 YOLOs our AMX 5100, and I don't know what he was trying to do, trying to go fight an auto-loading tier 8 heavy tank alone, right? And that's like the worst thing you can do in this game, is go fight an autoloader by yourself. Type 59 got obliterated, and so did our Burask that tried to push towards the enemy TDs. And so far, not the smartest plays, as we are like, as you can see. And I decided to come here, maybe go back to that balcony, try to give the RHM some support fire. The Lancet shoots, and he misses. And I come here, maybe this Burask is trying to, you know, or Gisor, trying to go after the RHM. And I could probably fall back to shoot the Lancet, but if I have a chance to help my teammates, I'll obviously always do it. Because it's always, especially when the game is this close, it's always nice to keep your allies in the game because they can help you, right? So I realized the Lancet and the GSOR, which is an autoloader that has 4 shots in the magazine, if I'm not mistaken. I think 4, maybe 4 or 5. It hits for 320, and if he's shooting gold, which is, you know, the case with most autoloaders, he has like over 300 penetration, which means my armor will not work against him. So I decided, okay, F this shit, I'm out of here. I realized the AMX 5100 is at the back, so what I do is I fall back where he could actually support me. As you can see, he's right there. He managed to support us, and we have Ari in the back. So even though we're leaving the RHM to die because we don't have a choice, it's like, what would I do? Where I stand in the balcony, those two guys will come for me, right? And I am fucked. If I try to fall back, the Burask and maybe even the Turtle will manage to come here, and they can shoot me in the butt or in the side. So it's like, at this point, our team, look at the score, 8-9. We are sitting in like a really, really precarious situation. Because we're like surrounded, and there's not really plays that we can make that can keep us, not only keep us in the game, but win us the game. I'm at only 400 damage, and you're probably wondering, why the hell would you show this game? Why the hell would you show us this game? But just be patient and watch. I'll show you how map positioning and patience can pay off eventually. Because the more patient you will be in this game, the higher the chance the enemies will want to be aggressive, because they'll lose their patience, right? Which will eventually mean they'll make mistakes. So I come here waiting for the Lancet or the GSOR to come, and the Lancet comes around the corner, shoots me. He doesn't manage to penetrate me, but I shoot him back for 390, and I deal the damage because he doesn't have any armor whatsoever, right? He's like a squishy medium tank, and I'm a heavy tank with lots of armor, so it didn't work out too well for him. The GSOR was shooting our RHM in the back, and as I tried to, you know, help him, the GSOR noticed me on the minimap, and he fallen back. The Burask with 2 marks gets spotted. He was trying to shoot me on the side, so what I did, I turned immediately to face him, and I put a shot for 429, and like, just imagine if I had intuition here. I would just hit him for like 600. I could potentially clip him completely, right? So the RHM derps him for 700, and I finish him off 123 hit points. He gets deleted. Made a huge mistake, right? He has 2 marks, so clearly he's a knowledgeable player. But we managed to take him out by not only being patient, but with really good map positioning. And the lens is trying to find a shot into my bot, but our AMX is supporting us as he should, right? So I noticed there is a turtle coming from the north, or the northeast if you will. So what am I doing? I'm just sitting hold down. I'm just sitting hold down and waiting for him. Come on, turtle, how patient are you? Just come around the corner and let me put a shot into your lower plate. The G-Sword is still trying to shoot our RHM, but at this point I cannot help him because this turtle should come around the corner any time now. And if I go to try it, like go after the G-Sword or go after the turtle, the G-Sword will shoot me in the ass. Or if I go after the G-Sword here, they can, as you can see, his full hit points, they can eliminate me easily. And the Renegade, who's been dead for most of the game right now, is saying, LOL, this 703 has to be a bot. And this is the funny thing with, you know, XVM and everything, because I've got only like, what, 600 games on this account, and most of them were like really bad games when I was new. So it's like I only play on that account. There's like really good tanks for rent on the NA server. So I guess people just assume you are bad at the game, and this is why you'll be criticized a lot for whatever play you make. And it actually helps, because when the enemies look at your stats, they think, oh, you know what, he's kind of clueless, easy game. But when you can manage to outplay them, it really, let's just say, it pays off, and you're like really happy, and sometimes you get some good laughs. I switched to Heat because the turtle has plenty of armor, and since he's taken his time to come around, why not just, you know, be ready for him? As we are waiting, he comes around the corner, as you can see, and he exposes his tank completely, and we put a shot into his lower plate, 425, and I'm reloading. I don't know, actually, whether I can pin him or not. I don't know what are the, you know, the armor layout on that tank. So it seems it was orange. So I'm like, okay, turtle, are you going to give me another shot or no? But it seems here that there is no chance in hell. Since he's sitting completely and fully hold down towards me, I'm going to pin him. So what I decide, I realized this G-Storm might try to go after our RHM. And as I said, if there is a chance to keep my teammates alive when the result is this close, I'll always do it. I won't play selfishly. And as you can see, as you saw before, we helped the RHM against the Burask. Keep that in mind. We saved the RHM from the Burask by putting almost 600 damage into that Burask. And we come across to finish off the G-Sword that's going after our RHM. And the RHM is running for his life, as he should, but the G-Sword is faster, and he manages to finish him off. And now look at what the RHM is going to say. Just because he positioned himself in the most probably awkward position on this map. Let's just look at that position. Right here. He sat there for like 5 minutes. Why would you sit there? I don't understand. But whoever told him, you know what? You should, when you play the RHM, you should go sit next, hug the wall, and side scrape there, and whoever like tries to make pressure for you, you can hit them for 700. I don't understand it. Anyways, at this point, I tried to help the RHM, but unfortunately with his bad map positioning, he gets taken out, and I come across the corner, auto aim on the G-Sword because I have heats on. So heats will go through anything, especially when you have 270 penetration. Finish him off. We are at 2000 damage, 800 assisted damage, and now it's just time to finish off the turtle. Ari misses us, and as you can see, the RHM is saying useless 703. Okay, buddy, you die because you took a stupid map position, but you blame the guy that tried to help you as much as he could. And that's why it's like I don't bother reading the chat when I'm playing. I tried to ignore it as much as possible, and I swear to God I did not notice that chat whatsoever until I watched the replay. Because most of the time, your allies will not say anything that is helpful. That's what I've noticed in the game. 90% of the times, they won't give you anything like that's going to be helpful. They won't try to cooperate with you. In the opposite way, it's actually you always trying to get them to work together and stuff, but hardly they ever listen. Anyways, it is what it is. After all, this is just a game, and you know, you can't expect like players from random places around the world to, I guess, to just, you know, cooperate and be on the same page. So it's kind of understandable. We're at 2.5 thousand damage, 800 assist damage, 3 kills so far, and it's just a matter of picking off the last STRV S1 and the ELC even. I kept asking the AMX 5100 to fall back because he was down to the one shot, but he didn't want to listen, and as you can see, ELC even finished him off. But the Type 59, good job to him, he finished off the ELC even, although I didn't quite understand why he was running from the STRV, because he could circle him easily, but who cares, that just means more damage for me, right? So I come around this ridge line, and STRV is gonna try to run for his life, but that's not gonna work out for him. We put a shot into his back, and here I misread his movements. I thought he was gonna try to go like fall back in a straight line, but he was trying to turn to shoot me, and I led the shot the wrong way, which ended up tracking him. The Type 59 gets the last remaining shot into the STRV and finishes him off. 3000 damage, 960 assistant damage. Now I'll see you with the post-game stats. Hey guys, I'm back with the post-game stats, and we'll check the results here in a second. We got second class for our almost 4000 combined, as you can see here, and we managed to do 3000 damage, get 3 kills. We are top by XP, 1.2 base experience, and second by the damage. And the guys that were being the keyboard warriors managed to finish last. Surprise, 44% win ratio, and the Rene somehow in the middle. He's an average player, and as you can see here, the players that we're playing against, like if you check their stats, the Turtle, he's actually a really experienced player, over 100,000 games, and the Buras gets 7,000 WTR, which is, you know, he's a above average player as far as I'm concerned, and the GSOR was a really good player, 8,000 WTR, 52% win ratio. So yeah, there you go. Just by thinking, even though all these players are way more experienced than we are, right? They're better at the game according to their stats, better at the game than us. We still managed to actually outplay every single one of them just by reasonable and logical thinking. That's all I have for you today, and see ya, and stay safe. Hey, it's me again. I just wanted to say that please, if you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content on this channel. This was Controller Master, and see you again soon.